You know, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But I think it's safe to say that whoever said that was full of shit. Because these days, your voice, your face, even your personality can be imitated by a machine, which raises an uncomfortable question of how would anyone begin to distinguish the difference between the real you and an imitation? When I first started researching this episode, I thought that question sounded ridiculous. How could anyone tell the difference? Like, obviously they could. I mean, it's me. My wife would be able to tell. My friends would be able to tell. Even my family would be able to tell. I mean, we are talking about people that have listened to me talk or have seen my face for decades. I mean, obviously, they would be able to tell the difference between a real me and an imitation. But the deeper that I got into this episode, and the more that I started to look at what these tools can actually do, the answer to that question began to shift rapidly. And that's honestly when things started to get a little uncomfortable. The weirdest part is that most people won't notice the difference. I'm kind of at a loss for words. You know, I'm hearing my voice say things that I've never said before, and I'm a little creeped out. To me, that sounds like my voice. I don't know. I almost feel like I need like a second opinion. The weirdest part is that most people won't notice the difference. They won't analyze the waveform. They won't check for artifacts. They'll simply hear a familiar voice and assume authenticity, because humans don't verify identity. We recognize patterns, and once the pattern is convincing enough, our brains do the rest.
Yeah, sounds good.
That wasn't me.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
That was AI.
Success!
You know, the weirdest part for me is not that my friends or even my wife wasn't able to tell the difference. For me, the weirdest part is that we are this close. For most of human history, proving you were yourself was pretty easy. You showed up, you spoke, people recognized your face, your voice, and your mannerisms. But now, a computer can learn the way I talk, the pauses, the inflection, the little quirks I don't even realize I have. 20 years ago, this would have sounded impossible. 10 years ago, this would have been something out of a Bond movie. But now, it's a website. And something that I'm starting to realize is that the voice is the easy part. Because anyone can sound like another person, right? There's people who do impressions, but that doesn't make them that individual. Sounding like someone is not the same thing as being them. And the real question of this video is, can I teach a machine to be Bryant? And to accomplish that, it's going to need more than just my voice. It's also going to need my face. I think the part that I keep coming back to in all of this is how easy this is. Upload a photo of yourself for reference, enter a prompt, and in the matter of seconds, a video is generated. Okay. That's unsettling. I guess I'm struck by the idea that, like, if this was a real shoot, this would take an entire team to accomplish. You'd have things like a set department, a wardrobe department, there'd be lighting, makeup artists, even a director of photography. This was literally just a photo and a prompt. And it kind of makes you think, you know, my generation, we grew up on this idea that if you didn't take a photo or a video, it never happened. If somebody met a celebrity or you went to a brand new country, you posted a picture of it and that picture would settle the debate. Meanwhile, I've never been to Egypt, but here I am in front of the pyramids. Granted, I would never be caught dead in that outfit, but the point is, we are entering into a period where anyone can imitate a major life experience and have photos and videos to back it up as evidence. Now, visually, this is very impressive. The one giveaway for me is the voice. I think that that's extremely clear that is not my voice. And I feel like if we want to take this experiment to the next level, we need to grab the really good audio and then grab the really good visuals, combine them together and just turn this thing to 11, which obviously is gonna take a little bit of time. So while we wait, enjoy a video of me riding camels in Egypt. You know, video games kind of had this figured out long before AI did. For decades, we've been building digital versions of ourselves. Different faces, different names, different bodies, different worlds. We'd spend hours deciding the shape of a nose, the color of a jacket, or whether our character should have scars they never earned. Not because it was us, but because it felt close enough. Then something strange happened. Those avatars stopped being characters and started becoming identities. People made friends through them. For some people, the avatar became more recognizable than the actual person behind it. And that's the part that's always stuck with me. Because nobody logs into a game and says, "Is that you?" They say, "Is that your character?" Somewhere along the way, we accepted that a digital version of ourselves could represent us and our friends. Maybe that's why all of this feels so familiar. Because AI didn't invent digital identity, it just removed the controller. And for the first time, I'm not the one creating the character. The machine is creating the character for me. Not for me to play, but to replace me. This feels like a terrible idea. Like bioengineering a dinosaur and putting it in a theme park, bad idea.
Hold on to your butts.
The part that I'm struggling with is that my brain immediately accepted that this is me, which is ridiculous because I know exactly what this is. I created this. I am sitting right here, and this machine is predicting what a human should look like. You know, video games kind of figured this all out long before AI did. Nope. Absolutely not, no. Or whether our character should have scars they never earned. Not because it was us, but because it felt close enough. And that's the part that's always stuck with me. Because nobody logs into a game and says, "Is that you?" They say, "Is that your character?" I think I'm starting to realize what scares me the most. Not that a machine can copy my face, not that a machine can copy my voice, but that so much of who I am can be reduced to a pattern. I spent this entire episode trying to answer the question, can a machine imitate a person? And the answer to that question seems to be yes. So, did you figure it out? How would anybody know that I wasn't you? They couldn't. But eventually, they could. Because eventually you would have to live my life. And that's the one thing that I've never given you.